Hey gang, Pete here. I thought I'd share with you part of my presentation that I did recently at Ed Dale's Going Pro event. Basically, I just stood on stage for an hour and a half and did my work, and actually got a standing ovation from it at the end, which was really, really cool. So this section of the presentation you're about to watch is how I actually go about creating content, how I use tools and outsource the unfun part of video creation. So I really encourage you to sit back and think about how you can apply this to creating videos in your own business. Whether you're an information marketer, an accountant, or even a plumber, you can apply these lessons. So enjoy.
Okay, creating content. Outsource the unfun part of content creation. Some people love being techie. I don't. I love tech to make my life more fun. I don't find tech fun. Now, for those of you who have gone through Going Analog recently, there's a hell of a lot of content in that course, I believe. I think we again over-delivered for the price point. The response was literally blew Mark and I away. And I want to show you exactly the process that I used to actually create all the video content for that particular. There was 4 modules, 6 or 7 videos in each module, about 15 minutes to half an hour each. So to plan, record, edit, render, upload, all that stuff, hell of a lot of time, right? Hell of a lot of time to actually invest. Well, let me show you the process I actually used to make this all happen. I use a program called MindNode Pro. You can actually use it on the iPad, the iPhone. I think they've got a PC version of this. There's definitely plenty of mind map software already available on the PC. So this is my process of creating a lesson for the actual Going Analog course. Oops, let me just give this a bit of a... Can you all see that? Yep. Okay, so this is one of the sessions. One of the modules is about finding the hook. How to actually come up with an idea to actually write a press release on, or write an article on that you can go and get syndicated in real-world magazines to get traffic back to your site. And funnily enough, you can see on the right-hand side here a bunch of stuff of where to get questions, which relates perfectly back to what I spoke about before, where you need to create questions for that Posterous network thing. There's a bunch of URLs there. So you'll have all this stuff downloadable afterwards. So I literally spend 10, 15 minutes just doing the mind map dump of everything I want to cover in a particular video session. Whether it's a session for a membership site, whether it's a blog post. For those of you who follow my blog, you will know that I do a hell of a lot of video content. This is the reason why. You can pretty much tell that I like to talk and don't like to type. So this is exactly how I do it. So I'll do this mind map. I might even do it on the iPad or on the iPhone and then sync it up so it's right here on my Mac at the end. I'll then open up ScreenFlow, hit record. Obviously normally have my quality Yeti mic in, hit record. Count down, 1, 2, 3. Go back to MindNode. All right, so this is going to be the video for session 2, Finding the Hook. Hey guys, welcome to session 2. It's all about finding the hook today. And in this session, we're going to talk about coming up with the ideas and hooks that you can use for your press releases or the articles you're going to write to get syndicated in real-world magazines, trade journals, newspapers to get you market leadership and new visitors to your website. Now, there's 6 main hook types we're going to talk about today. Blah, 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 blah. So I'll literally just sit here and walk and talk my way through this slide, this mind map. I will then, if this is going to work, ScreenFlow, where is my ScreenFlow? Can I go stop? Did I actually hit record? Hang on. Am I going blind? Is ScreenFlow not up here? Yeah, how do I stop the recording? There's normally a thing in the top. Why is this going like this? Yeah, all right. And just stop recording, there you go. So normally a bit different, but I've got so many applications open, this is just going nuts. So this is the actual final thing. Everyone's sort of seen ScreenFlow, how it works? Awesome. That's all I do. File, save as. Going Pro Prezzo, save. So I'll save that ScreenFlow down. My work is done. Go over to Finder. There's my ScreenFlow. Let's say finding the right magazines and journals is the mind note. So finding the media, there's a screen flow. I'll compress that file. So I'll actually zip the two things together. So you've got the raw screen flow file and the original mind map of the stuff I want to actually cover in the presentation. On the right-hand side here is one of my Dropbox folders that I share with one of my team. Drop that zip file into Going Analog. Bang, it's done. Up front, we sat down and spoke about this is the way I want my videos to be put together in terms of the slideshow. He then goes and creates a video, not me. He'll then go and create the slides in Keynote, do all the animations, match it all up, and then render the Keynote with the audio at the end for me and pop out a video. And this is the end result.
Hey everybody, Pete Williams here for Module 2. And in our first session of Module 2, I want to talk about finding the media that you're going to actually get the articles that you write syndicated in. Because this module is all about you supplying the content to the magazines, newspapers, and trade journals around your particular niche. So unlike in Module 1 where we spoke about you being the article, someone's actually interviewing you and the article is primarily about you and your topic. In this module, it's all about you becoming the journalist, becoming the writer. It's basically guest blogging, but offline. So if you're not already guest blogging, that's a thing you should be doing anyway. Try and find other bloggers in your particular niche and write articles for their blogs. It's a great way to actually leverage other people's audiences. They have lists, they have subscribers, they have followers, and it's a great way to get exposure to them online and another source of online traffic to your website. But as always, this is all about offline and going analog. So it's about getting the content you're writing featured in other offline media, trade journals, magazines, and even newspapers. So where do we start? Well, the first thing is you want to really think big, but start small. Just like in PR, the best opportunity to,
Quality, high-res video in the right quality, bangs it straight onto Amazon S3 in the file it needs to be in the format it needs to be in, so Mark doesn't have a hissy fit when it arrives 2 minutes before it's due, because just like James, I'm a last-minute kind of guy, and there's many stages throughout the whole Going Analog course where I get content literally moments before it was due. But anyway, so that's basically the process I actually use to create all my content. You know, for those of you who saw on the blog recently the video I released about how I resold the MCG last year through a product launch, that whole thing, that hour-long video, was done exactly like that. I dumped in all the images and just content I had that could make up on the slides, did a mind map at the fish and chip shop while I was waiting for dinner, went home, had dinner, synced the mind map to my Mac, jumped on, hour, banged it out, done. He rendered that video, posted it on YouTube for me, and then I actually posted it to my blog, but technically he could have easily cut and pasted it into a blog post. So it's how you can actually use some leverage and some tools to bang out content. Because as you all know by now, hopefully, 2011 is a year of creation, not consumption. But unfortunately, in the world we live in, there is so much to consume. You've got emails banging at your door, you've got kids banging at your door, all that sort of stuff. So you want to work out ways you can fast track this creation process. You want to get as much content out there as possible. This is how I do it. And as Sam said, like 2 or 3 companies, depending if you cast Preneur Marketing as a company, I do. Most people treat their internet marketing as a hobby. Hopefully after this weekend, you realize you want to go pro with it. This is the sort of stuff, how I can fit in this sort of stuff, because I enjoy this. I enjoy the creation process. I don't enjoy the actual rendering process. I don't enjoy choosing, do I go dissolve or do I do a 360 rotate on this image? I don't really give a shit. Because that does not sell. It's the content that is what people are after. The way it actually looks on the screen, whether it's a dissolve or a radiant blur or whatever it might be, that doesn't matter. You can leave that to someone you can trust.